Here we are, right back to the XR100. There's the old rim. There's our dent in question. Yeah. And got our torque wrench. Well, not a torque wrench. Spoke wrench set. Bought this from Rocky Mountain ATV. It's got a bunch of different tips on it. We're going to open this up. We're going to find the right one to match our spokes. And just so you know, I did make a mistake in lacing the first side. But if you, as you go through it, whether you want to call it inside or outside or over and under like I do, basically these little bosses, when the rim is laying on the table and you're putting the spokes in, you could call them nipple wells if you like. They're going to be angled perfectly to accept the spoke coming down. They will go in easily. So I made a mistake in my cross because I was moving a little fast. I was a little tired. Probably really didn't want to do it. It's a little bit of a tedious job to get new rim and spokes on. But I got it on, laced up to one side, flipped it over, went to do the other, had to take the sprocket off. But as I was lacing the other side, I noticed the side I had already completed, some of the spokes were in the way. So 2 or 3 times I had to remove a spoke from the side I already had put on to make room to get the under one in. So they're all in their proper holes. And what they say, Rocky Mountain ATV is a young man, made a great video. They're the experts, not me. Perhaps not anyone watching my videos, but you pick a spot. You can use the rim lock, or you could use where the tube comes through, and you pick one. And what we're going to be doing is giving each one about a quarter turn, and then you count if that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So you do the fourth one, you do 1, then count 2, 3, 4, and then do that one. 2, 3, 4, do that one. If you notice, this one and then 2, 3, 4 are on opposite sides of the rim. Never tighten them more than a quarter turn at a time, and you will feel it start to seat, and then we need some kind of a stick or measuring device to rest close to the rim and stay fixed, so that we can determine the side-to-side wobble and work that out. I'm just going to go through and do this. I'll probably stop and make a quick little video somewhere in the middle, but those guys at Rocky Mountain ATV produced an excellent video where they took a new dirt bike rim and a new set of spokes, no tire on it. They put it in their truing stand. It's a little test stand where you just rest the rim. They have this beautiful steel pointer that he used, and he made a great video. He explained himself very well, and I would recommend it to anyone. There you can see one of my O marks, one of my U marks is there from when I first put this rim on. And so I'm going to go through this. It's very important, guys, to get this right. It's a little bit of a tedious job. You got 18 spokes on each side, but your kid's safety is riding on this. These spokes are not ornamental. They hold this whole wheel assembly together by pulling the rim in towards the hub, and each one has to be right. You have to take your time. Never more than a quarter turn on each nipple at any one time. True it up as best you can, and then they need to be torqued to spec. You can get one of these wrenches that is also a torque wrench. You can buy them from Rocky Mountain, you can buy them from your dealer, just about anywhere. But the torque spec is important. Your kid's safety is depending on it, and I would not recommend relacing a wheel and not taking your time and getting these spokes right before you let your kid get on the bike again. So we'll end it here, and I'll pick up at some point after I've made some progress in tightening the spokes.